What's up, guys? I'm back from LA, and for the first video back from LA, you already know it's another anime video. Nick, roll the intro! Alright, so today we're doing something a little bit different when it comes to kind of my introspective anime series. We did the one with Jahi, and we did the one with Bunny Girl Senpai, both of which were great videos. I recommend you watch either of them if you have any interest at all in them. But for this one, instead of looking at specific anime and doing a deep dive into one specific show, what I want to do is talk about a genre of shows and why they are great and what makes them great. So today we're going to be delving into the world of rom-com animes, and I know, stay with me here. Stay with me on this one because I promise you it goes in a direction that you probably do not expect. So today we're going to be looking at 3 different shows, and they all have different aspects of them that I want to discuss and point out because there are some shows that are better than others, and we're going to take 3 shows. One's not so great, one's kind of in between, and the third one is what I would consider to be one of the better rom-com shows that I've watched. I think we'll start from the bottom and go to the top, so I'm going to talk about Girlfriend, Girlfriend. And if you haven't heard of Girlfriend, Girlfriend, that's good, because it's really mid. And I know that term goes around a lot, but it is objectively a mid show. But why? It has all of the elements of your typical multiple girls going after the guy in an anime. I like these kind of rom-com shows where you have 3 or 4 different girls all trying to go after the same guy, and the guy's super dense. Okay, that's pretty much the trope of these kind of shows, is the guy is an absolute buffoon, he's an idiot, and yet the girls still go after him. And it's, you know, I heard it described as wish fulfillment by another YouTuber that I watch, and the problem is with Girlfriend, Girlfriend is beyond wish fulfillment, there's not much there. But why? To get into that, we need to discuss kind of what makes a rom-com great in the first place, because I think a lot of people put their focus in the wrong place. Rom-coms, you would think, would be all about the girls, the waifus. You've got the tsundere, you've got the overly attached, heck, you've got a childhood friend who's super wholesome and you really want to win, and she never does. You've got all these different kind of trope, cookie-cutter characters, and they are all great. And Girlfriend, Girlfriend had this. It had the tsundere redhead. It had the, not childhood friend, but she was like a overly wholesome, really attached second girlfriend. That's why it's Girlfriend, Girlfriend. There's 2 girlfriends. Then there's the third who like wants to be in this group of girlfriends and can't quite get in. And then there's the fourth who's kind of the bystander. She might become another girlfriend later. It's very convoluted, but in general, that's what you need to know. There's 4 different girls that show up throughout the course of the show, and I don't think any of them are what make the anime good or bad. That distinct honor goes to the lead male, and I don't remember his name, and I'm not even gonna look for it. And why is that? Because he was so unbelievably bland that it does not matter. Because the thing that I believe makes a rom-com anime great, where there is this multiple girls going after the guy show, is the male protagonist. The male protagonist of Girlfriend, Girlfriend is dumber than a bag of bricks, that is to be sure. But he has nothing else to him other than that. That's not to say there aren't some goofy moments here and there. There's some moments where you get a nice little chuckle or whatever. But it is just the most mid show because it has no depth to it. It does not go anywhere, and you don't have any fulfillment from it where you're at the end and you're like, wow, that's a cool thing that happened. And so when you get to the end of an episode or the end of the series, I don't remember any of the series, Girlfriend, Girlfriend. And the reason why is because the male protagonist didn't really do anything. He just kind of stumbled his way through and made no progress whatsoever. Now, for the next show that I'm going to talk about, I'm going to ruffle some feathers in terms of that same exact concept, but there's more to it, and I think that it has to do with watchability and memorability more than it has to do with the progression of things and why that is important. So let's talk about Rent-A-Girlfriend for a little bit. Rent-A-Girlfriend has a main character by the name of Kazuya, and Kazuya might be the dumbest character in all of anime. But he's also a liar and is very manipulative. Which is why I firmly believe that Rent-A-Girlfriend is such a popular show to this day. If Kazuya, the lead character, was not the worst person ever, nobody would watch it and it would be just as bland as Girlfriend. Hear me out on this one. Because I started watching Rent-A-Girlfriend and I was like, okay, this like college-age dude can't get a girlfriend, it's me. Then we got like 2 episodes in and I was like, okay, yeah, this guy's not me, he's actually the worst. So Kazuya, the thing about him is he gets put in these situations, kind of like in Girlfriend, where they're just kind of coincidental things, but instead of Girlfriend, where he just kind of like stumbles into these like goofy situations, in Rent-A-Girlfriend, the situations that Kazuya puts himself in are what cause the relationship to happen. So for Chizuru, this is really early on, so I'm not going to spoil a lot of the main part of it if that's any concern to you, falls into the river. And he chases after her, gets her back, and it's all well and good, and she kind of sees him as a hero. This same kind of concept happens later with Ruka, and it's just a general theme, right? Then you've got the crazy ex-girlfriend who's kind of in the background the whole time, obligatory frick mommy, all my homies hate mommy. See, get it out of here. That's all I'm saying. Frick mommy, get her out of here. Kazuya, in and of himself, by being a manipulated person who tries to get his way, ends up being the most interesting character in the series because he gets into these situations where there's an obvious resolution. Everybody and their mother knows what Kazuya should be doing in a given moment, and he always doesn't do it because he's just that stupid. And that's kind of funny and all, but then if something comes up where he needs to step in and do something important, he does in a manipulative way. This is kind of talked about in a video that I watched by, I believe the channel is called My Mother's Basement. He did a really long rant about why he hates Rent-A-Girlfriend. And I get his point. It's that Kazuya is a terrible person, and he is, but he's what makes the show entertaining, and that's why I continue to watch it. I think the show is good, and when I say I think it's good, I think that in terms of watchability, it keeps you coming back because you want to know if the progress is going to be made, because he's gotten himself into these specific relationship areas where he, like darned if he does, darned if he doesn't kind of situations, and even still he somehow makes a dumb decision out of these already horrible situations. So all of that said, I think that Rent-A-Girlfriend is one of the most intriguing slice of life shows out there because you don't know exactly what the decision that Kazuya is going to make is. You simply know that it's going to not be the right one. And a lot of people say that that's bad because he ends up making no progress with the girls. And that is true to an extent, I'll give you that. There's not been a lot of progress made in the entirety of Rent-A-Girlfriend to this point, and I don't think there will be for a little while. But it's watchable, and there are countless people who are out there watching it every week, trying to get inevitably closer to that goal because Kazuya is an entertaining person to watch. And we see this time and time again, people who are not good people who are entertaining to watch. I mean, you could say that about a lot of public figures out there. I don't have any off the top of my head, and I don't want to say them anyways, because if I did, I'd probably get some flack for it. But you get the idea. But that takes us into the segue of what I think is one of the best slice of life rom-coms out there, and it's so loosely when I say rom-com because it is such a gripping show that it almost delves away from that. I've talked about Bunny Girl Senpai in the past. I'm going to touch on it a little bit here, but the one I'm going to focus on because I've already talked about Bunny Girl Senpai is Horimiya. Horimio was a show that everybody kind of raved about, and I wasn't sure going in if I was going to like it. Cloverworks does tend to put out some good shows. They also did Bunny Girl Senpai, which is why I'll probably be touching on it. They're very similar kind of in feel for me in terms of emotional depth. And that's because you have the lead character, Miyamura, and he is a flawed person. You can tell this from the very beginning. He is like the leather jacket, black hair, kind of goth, I don't want anybody to talk to me, quiet guy, right? And it's not that he's a bad person from the start, it's just that he is kind of a loner loser type that everybody wants to avoid. They don't want anything to do with Miyamoto at all. But he's got heart to him. And he also has, behind the piercings, behind the black hair, behind the tattoos, behind all of that, he's got a soft heart. And the show takes the time to carefully develop and portray the fact that he is a human being with emotions, and he wants to be exclusive to this girl that he just recently kind of found interest in. That girl can't also be classified either. Miyamoto falls in love with Hori-san, and Hori-san is essentially just a pretty girl at the start, but you very quickly realize that she does a lot of the chores around the house. She is very self-sufficient, and she gets to be shown on screen as an independent person who has some kind of tsundere-type traits, but is a very independent soul, and one who is looking out for herself and wants what's best. And she sees that Miyamoto, from his kind of independent background, also wants what's best. And they are able to bring that together into a healthy relationship. Actually, one of the more healthy relationships I've seen, not only in anime, but just in television itself, where you can relate to these characters on a deeper level and you want something from them. And that something that you want from them isn't just the typical cliche rom-com tropes that you see in anime. You just want somebody to watch a TV show with. And that idea, that wholesomeness, comes from the development of these characters and knowing their backgrounds and knowing that they're flawed. Because you look at that and you can say, I relate to that. I am a flawed person too, and I want to be able to relate to these characters. And I am relating to these characters. And that is why I think horimiya is so big with people. Now it's already kind of been pushed to the wayside because seasons come and go. We're on the Dress Up Darling now, and then after Dress Up Darling, I'm sure there's going to be something else. Kaguya-sama Love is War already got to above frickin' Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Don't ask me why, because I've never seen either of them. Again, sue me. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I'll see him eventually, I promise. But that, I think, at the crux of slice of life romance shows, if you have a boring protagonist who is just dumber than a box of rocks for the sake of being so, you'll have an entertaining show, but you won't have a good show. And I think after having seen Horimiya and getting some cues from Rent-A-Girlfriend and at times being entertained by Rent-A-Girlfriend, you can kind of see what makes a show bad versus decent versus relatable and something that is worth expending your time into. Does that mean I'm going to stop watching Rent-A-Girlfriend every week? No, because it's trash that I enjoy. It is entertaining, and I enjoy the entertainment that I get from Rent-A-Girlfriend. But in terms of something that I'm going to classify in that upper tier as great, shows like Bunny Girl Senpai and Horimiya put in the effort to let you relate to these characters. And that is so important with these shows. So what I'm saying is, at the end of this video, if you want slice of life recommendations, please let me know. I'll give you slice of life recommendations. I have plenty of them. Can you tell I like slice of life? Can you tell I like slice of life? I'm just joking. All of that said, though, I think that there's a lot of great shows out there, and I'm always willing to see more. So if you guys have any suggestions, you can always leave them in the comments down below. If you liked the idea, the concept behind this video, you want to see more anime content, please like and subscribe, and maybe leave a comment saying something that you'd like me to cover. I'm always willing to watch a new show. I'm going through Nichijou right now, and let me tell you, that show is quite out there. But I'm always watching new shows, and I'm always looking for suggestions. So all of that said, I have been Gelswick, and I will see you guys in the next video, whenever that may be. It'll be next Saturday at 3 o'clock, but whenever that may be. And I'll see you guys next time.